From WCRS Studios in Greenwood, South Carolina, this is Meet Me at the Diner with your host, Ann Eller.
Oh, that's right. We are right here on WCRS. Somebody that's sitting in this room had to remind me that I may not have always hit the live button, but we are live on Facebook, folks, so there you go. So,
yeah, Tami.
No, that was not me. I think most anybody out there will know that was not me.
Well, anyways, we're glad to have them here. We've got Tami and Jim Baber here. They're going to talk about the festival up there, the Hodges Spring Festival. We're going to talk about the Hodges Volunteer Fire Department and be talking about some good news there. It's just an exciting time of the year for festivals and all this. I'm already exhausted, and we haven't even really got into festival season. But anyways, let me introduce to you our two guests today, Tami and Jim Baber. How are y'all doing today?
We're doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good.
We're happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Well, we're happy to have you here. It's always interesting, Jim.
It always is.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, it is.
That's right.
And yes, festival season is just starting. Hodges actually is the first festival in Greenwood County.
In Greenwood County,
yes.
But last weekend I was at the Dancing Goats Festival.
Oh, really?
I heard about that.
That was really cute. That was really cute. A lot of fun. But yes, the first festival in Greenwood County is at Hodges. So, Tami, tell us a little bit about what's going to be happening this year.
Well, there's going to be a bunch of craft vendors. There's going to be food trucks, and we have a new ride company coming to town this year. So they're coming from Blacksburg, South Carolina, and we're super excited to have them. They're bringing some bigger rides this year. There will still be some smaller kid rides, but a lot of their rides are family friendly, as they put it. So even if the child is too small to ride, then a parent can ride with them. So I think it's going to be a really good show this year. So we're excited. The carnival rides are going to be here for 4 days.
4 days?
4 days, not just two,
right.
During the full festival, which is April 24th and 25th, the Friday and Saturday.
Which is next weekend.
Correct, next weekend. So on Thursday, to kick things off, the carnival rides will be running. That is our corporate sponsor appreciation night. So, of course, we would love for them to come out, but it is open to the public. It will be wristband night, $25 for wristbands, and from 5 to 10 p.m. So, Thursday, like I say, kicks things off, and then Friday and Saturday, full festival with your carnival rides, your craft vendors, food trucks, all that good stuff, live bands. And then Sunday is going to be a bonus day for rides.
A bonus day? What does that mean?
After church from 1 to 6, then you can come back out and ride again.
Wow.
So 4 fun, full-filled days.
Now, how are the how do you buy the tickets for that? I mean, not how do you buy them, but what type of deal do you have on the tickets?
Like I say, on Thursday, it is wristband night, $25, ride as much as you want. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the way I understand it, it is just going to be tickets. The tickets are $1. And then some of the rides are 3 tickets, some are 4, I think maybe some are 5. But that's just, there's a ticket booth there, so we don't pre-sale any tickets. Just show up and
that's cool.
They'll hook you up.
They'll hook you up. Now, you said there's some different rides. Do you know what kind of any of the different rides that are coming in for those ride of aficionados?
I know there's bumper cars this year. There's a Himalayan. There's a Spider, which is, different than what we've had in the past. I'm not sure what all else. He mentioned bringing a coaster. Not sure if the coaster's going to be here or not, but he did throw that out there. I think he's trying to maneuver and make sure if there's room for it, then he'll add that. So he's playing with the land that he has to work with, and but he's determined he's going to pack in as much as he can. So we're
and
excited.
Plus that extra day. That's
Yes.
pretty cool. That's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yes.
I mean, after church to be able to come out and do some family activity, riding and everything, that'll be great.
Yes.
That'll be great. So you've got that going on. You've got the bands, though. What about the bands? You've got some good music, don't you?
I think so. Friday night, we're going to have Luke Smith, who's one of our favorites. He's back. And then the headliner is Kyle Antone and the Stormfront Band. And everybody is just raving of Kyle. He's done a few things out in Nashville. He's got a chance to do the Opry House. So anyway, he's doing great. So we're excited to have him back in Hodges.
This is country music.
Yes, he is. Yeah, and Luke pretty much is too. So on Saturday, then we have, of course, got to have Jack Roper and the Weatherman Band. He's got to make sure he brings good weather.
Right.
No magic, just good weather.
Right, that'll be fine.
So he'll be there. And then Jamie Ellis from Abbeville. He's a local favorite. We've never had him, so we're excited to have him out. And Bobby Power. So, again, from Abbeville. And then we're going to bring it back some Motown Saturday night for the headliner is Odyssey Band and Show. So they've been there.
They were a hit last year.
It's been a couple of years since we've had them. I think it's been 2 years. So we're excited to have them back. So
You
It'll
got
be-
something for everybody.
a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of variety. So I think it'll be a crowd pleaser for everybody.
All right. Now, and you got good food up there, too?
Yes, always.
Always? Okay.
Always. You know, you got your funnel cakes, you got 3D concessions that takes care of all that carnival needs. You've got hibachi, you've got Smoky Gray's barbecue, Amaya tacos, which is one of my favorite, I have to say. I love them all.
You had
but
to make sure that they were there, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and the list just goes on. There's about 15 different food trucks, grub stacks. They're going to be there as well. So, just a lot of different Benelli's sweet treats. Just a lot of variety. And let's see, Creamworks out of Asheville. They typically come down for your sweet tooth needs. Let's see.
that's good.
You know, it'll be Food Alley will be packed.
Food alley will be packed. And then when you talk about the crafts, what kind of crafts have you got?
There's an assortment of anything you can think of, from cups to wood cutting boards to outdoor wind chimes, clothing, baby stuff, candles, Scentsy. I mean,
You got
you
it
name
all.
it.
You got it all. Well, I
Face
think
painting.
it really transforms Hodges for the weekend, don't you?
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
Like I say, a little bit of fun for everybody, and that's what it's all about. It's bringing the community together, and as Jim will talk about our Fire Safe South Carolina community designation, that is one of the things is our outreach to the community, just to unite, bring everyone together, and at the same time have fun and make an economic impact for Hodges. So that's the game plan.
Yeah. Now you start Saturday morning with a fun thing for the kids,
We do with the foam party.
all right?
So we 3 inflatables, they bring the foam and bring the fun and the music, and the kids just get to run around and play in it. So that kicks off at 11 a.m. We've got some cloggers that'll be on stage right around that time as well, the Palmetto Stompers and also Next Generation Cloggers. So there'll be several different things going on, and the rides will be kicking up. So
People need to bring a chair or a blanket
that would
or
probably,
something.
we've got some tables and chairs, some picnic tables and things of that sort, especially when you get food, if you need to sit down and eat. But if you want to be up front with the band, a bag chair, something like that would definitely be a good
something
thing to
do.
have.
That's
Yes.
absolutely.
And there's some areas that you can kind of get out of the sun, around the trees, a little shade there. So we're just hoping the weather cooperates, but rain or shine, here we go.
That's right. Now you have a new park up there.
We do.
That was part of the capital sales tax project. I think
was.
it was.
It was.
Yes, and so that has really added another dimension to Hodges up there.
Yes, it is. And there's a couple that lives actually right behind the park that they have came full circle. They were not completely satisfied with it being in their front yard. But let me tell you, they have, like, when I say come full circle, she literally cleans, takes care of the bathrooms, getting trash cans on the street to be picked up, watering plants. It's just that she has been an absolute lifesaver.
That's great.
So it's a great area to come out and walk and take a picnic lunch. So, hopefully there'll be some additions here soon. So we'll just, taking that step by step and see how we can grow it. But it has been definitely a little added benefit for our little slice of heaven up in Hodges.
Absolutely. We are here with Jim and Tami Baber. If you have a question or a comment, you can call 864-332-9355. That's 864-332-9355. We're going to be talking about the festival. We've got Jim here. He's with the fire department up there with the Hodges Volunteer Fire Department. And he is the man in the know. Let me tell you, when I want to talk about fire stuff, they say, not me, not me, not me, Jim Baber. So here we are, Jim. How you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing well, young lady. How are you?
I'm doing good. Penny's the young lady.
Yes, she is. She's a very well-behaved young lady, too.
She is. So, I know that there's a lot going on, but one of the things is you just won again Fire Safe South Carolina Community Designation for the 5th year. Tell us what that's about.
So the Fire Safe Community Designation is a recognition that state fire gives to fire departments that go through their program and do community outreach and engage the community, find community partners, do trainings, community trainings, all that kind of thing.
Right.
And we started this really by accident about 5 years ago. And I went to a meeting, and at that point they said, we're just going to keep going. And it's like, oh, crap. So, and we did it. We did it the first year, and this is our 5th year. So this year we'll get a gold plaque instead of a silver plaque, but that's pretty cool. So there are about 433 fire departments in the state, and this program the Fire Safe program started in 2017 with Chief Josh Fulbright that works for State Fire. And in 2023, there were 132 fire departments, and this year there are 241, which is over half of the fire departments in the entire state that participate in this program.
So you don't have to participate in it.
No, you do not. It's all voluntary.
Right.
But there's the goal of the Fire Safe South Carolina is to reduce fires and fire deaths, and that's the entire goal.
Right.
And Chief Fulbright has done a tremendous job getting this program going and maintaining it and actually keeping it growing.
So what type of things do you have to do to?
So we have a lot of our members have to take classes. So the state, they've always figured out a way around everything. So you can't go take the same class every year. Somebody else has to.
Right.
So once you take your nearest class and your reporting class and you do some fire safe classes, you can't take that class anymore. Or you can take it, but I don't get credit for it. Right. So somebody else has to. And the reason they do that is to get everybody, their goal is to get everybody in the department trained to do the fire safe community outreach.
Right.
And we I guess a couple of years ago, we went to 96 and put in over 400 smoke alarms in a smoke alarm blitz with State Fire. And a lot of the departments from the county went down there and helped Chief Rushton at 96 and put all those smoke alarms in. That's one of the things that we do. We go to Hodges Elementary School and do fire talks. I mean, it's as simple as a stop, drop, and roll. It's as simple as going to a community center and, cooking. 80% of our house fires start in the kitchen.
Right.
Don't leave a pot unattended. Don't turn the pot handles towards the towards the walkway in the kitchen, leave them towards the stove.
Right.
I mean, simple. It seems like it's really simple stuff, but that's actually how a lot of our fires start. Sure. Unattended pots and people spilling stuff, and there's to get burnt off of some hot oil or hot water or something that is extremely painful and a long recovery. So any time that we can help reduce that where it doesn't happen, we'll give you the simplest message we possibly can. But it also goes into pool safety. If you have a pool at your house, what you can do around your house and pool safety.
Can
younger
the public
kids
call you and say, "Can you come look at
Absolutely.
this like a pool or
Absolutely.
something like that?"
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we don't in our commercial and our commercial structures, we actually do a yearly inspection and look for go to Dollar General or go to Godfrey's or a business and say, hey, y'all need to fix this, y'all need to fix that, open this walkway or whatever. But we'll be happy to come to your house. It's a voluntary basis. It's not required by anybody. We do it as a service, and you allow us to come in your house. And wintertime, maybe we need to move that heater farther away from the curtain.
Right.
We have maybe a trip hazard. We can't make you do anything, but we can suggest things to make your house safer. Do you have a safety plan if your house catches on fire? Do you have any children in the house? Is there some issue where you're not very mobile? That's stuff that we need to know.
That has a handicap type thing, particularly with a ramp, no ramps, all this type of stuff would be very good to have you come in and check things. Or
Absolutely.
somebody living alone that is handicapped particularly.
Well, and it also helps us and as part of being a community fire department, a lot of our members know all of their neighbors. We still live in a community where your next door neighbor's name, and that's great. That's in this world, in this day and time, that's kind of unusual. Yes. So, a lot of times we already have a heads up of, hey, this house, we have this issue. This person's not very mobile, or they're in the back left bedroom, or wherever they may be. So it is extremely helpful. It's neighbors helping neighbors, and that's just part of being a nice volunteer community fire department.
Now, one of the things that you do, and I know you get called quite often, is if there's an accident on 25, and there are been some really, I'm going to say, some pretty horrific accidents that have happened on 25.
Mm-hmm.
And don't you have the Jaws of Life?
Oh, yes. So we use the Hearst Jaws of Life at our station. Other departments in the county use different brands, and some people get all excited about, well, this brand's better than this brand, and this brand's better than that brand, and I use this because of this. But at the end of the day, they all cut, they all spread, and they all save lives.
Right.
I don't care what color your tool is. I don't care what it says on the side of it. Whether you twist it, push a button, flip a lever, they all do the same thing, and they all save lives. And we actually, I guess, a year and a half ago, we had it was a car that hit a tree. And we get there, and it was a head-on collision with 3 entrapments. It was not what it came out as. And we ended up with us and Northwest, and some of the county fire units were there. We had a landing zone for a helicopter, and one of the drivers of one of the vehicles that got hit ended up in surgeries, emergency surgeries, and life flighted and that kind of thing. But we've actually seen them 2 times. Just out in public.
Right.
And unfortunately, since, my birthday actually is Sunday, so I'm getting up there into that senior age.
Yeah.
And so my memory's not near what it used to be. And we were at the Mexican restaurant, and they're like, do you remember us? And it's like, oh, my God, I have no clue. But, of course, I do.
Right.
Well, we just want to thank you again. You saved my wife's life. And it's like, there is nothing like that in the world. I promise you. I promise you.
Absolutely. Well, I think it's terrific, and I agree about a community fire department that knows the people in the community. Mm-hmm. If something happens at a house, you probably have a good idea how many people are in there and where they might even be in that house to be able to get them out. I watch, Chicago Fire.
Chicago Fire.
Everything, and you never know. It's so exciting. Where are the people? Right? But, the thing that I know about, watching that, there are so many instances where the fire department is the major driver of what happens.
Absolutely.
It's not the EMS. It's not this other. It's the fire department that gets in there, and they're making the decisions on which way to go and how to do things. It really is fascinating.
Well, that's where we get the name first responder, because we are normally closer than the next EMS truck.
Right.
Now, sometimes they beat us, and because where they're located or whatever. But there are, I don't know, I think EMS runs about 15,000 calls a year in this county. Mm-hmm. We do a lot of first responder stuff, whether it is a vehicle wreck or a breathing problems call, cardiac arrest,
finding somebody that's out in the woods.
And we do search and rescue. Absolutely.
I remember you talking about that.
Yep.
So how do you end up with this award 5 years in a row, Jim?
It's consistency.
Consistency.
You have to be consistent.
That's what they tell me about training Penny.
Oh yes, yes. That's the one thing that people. It's kind of hard for a lot of people to get to is consistency. But we still get up every day, and I still put clothes on, and I still go to work, and I still do stuff, and everybody else does. But it's being consistent and getting the right people in our department to help.
Right.
If you don't give a volunteer something to do, they will find something to do, and it will not be with you.
Right.
So we give them stuff to do, and we don't overload them, but they have as much as they want. And if you're willing
during festival time, they may disagree with you.
Yeah.
But
If you're willing to tote the wagon, I'll load it.
You're right. So, how many volunteers do you have?
So we have 32 people on our roster.
Okay.
So that's firefighters, that's support people, that's drivers, engineers, you name it. A fire department is not just, big handsome firemen that all they do is fight fire. We do wrecks. We do water supply. We have people that just drive trucks and run the trucks and pump the water out of them. We have people that do medical calls. We have people that help Tami in their support roles of, rolling T-shirts to checking in vendors to putting vendors in the right place to doing outreach stuff with us, with kids, to doing anything.
Right.
You don't have to be a firefighter. That's a big part of what we do, absolutely.
Right.
But there is something for everybody to do because we are a business. I mean, we're a 501c3.
Right.
We still have IRS stuff we have to submit. We still have state stuff we have to submit. We still have paperwork. We still have business meetings. We still have officers. And every department in the county is like that.
Right.
So they're all 12 individual businesses. So it takes people with business knowledge. It takes people with the ability to fight fire. It takes people with the ability to do medical calls, to associate with people. I mean, we have some firefighters that really, we don't want the public to meet them very often. They're just kind of gruff, but that's fine.
Right.
They do a very good job.
Right.
And then we have some people that will never want to fight fire, but they do all the paperwork so that the firemen don't have to do it.
Right.
So it takes a whole plethora of people. It's not just one type of person that any department in the county needs.
Well, I expect it takes somebody that's a good manager to put this crew together.
Oh, yeah, that's what we got Tami for.
Oh, yeah, right. That's why we have Jim, I think.
Yes.
Well, we have our officers, our assistant chief, Jake Chapman, Chief Chapman, then we have Eden Mosley is our captain. We have Bobby Davenport and Brad Kraft as our lieutenants. So you take your core group of people, and I try to instill in them I joined the fire service to drive a truck and run a deck gun. Well, now I'm a fire chief. I'm a state fire instructor. I do all this other stuff. And I tell the people in our classes, it's like I teach y'all for a selfish reason. Because when I need you at my house, if my sister, my 2 5 and 3-year-old granddaughters, my son, my daughter, anything happens to them in Greenwood County, I want y'all to be as good or better than me. That's just selfish. That also transcends to anytime there's any kind of an event, you're going to take that same training that I selfishly taught you, hopefully, and use it to the benefit of everybody.
Sure.
So it's not a one-way street. So hopefully I'm going to try to teach you everything I know, and hopefully you'll learn stuff that I don't know. So hopefully you're going to be better than me. And some people have an issue with that. They don't want you to know everything that they know because, they just They want to have
yeah,
a leg up.
Those people, I don't know about that.
But we put a group of people together that have the same goal. It's just our culture. Our culture is to help people, period. And you show them how to do it, you teach them how to do it, and then you just let them go do it. And they've done a great job of doing it.
Absolutely. Now, are you always looking for additional
Absolutely,
people?
absolutely. We have right now we're about 2 weeks away from finishing our firefighter 1 class for the county for this year. That's our 3rd class this year. We started in February, and we'll finish sometime in September with all of our classes and series that we go through. So there are 21 people in that class. We have 5 from Ware Shoals. There's 3 from Hodges. There's different places all over the county, but the north end got blessed this year. The south end and the central side got blessed last year with a bunch of recruits. So we have 21 people in that class now, and hopefully on May the 2nd, 2 weeks, a week from Saturday, 2 weeks from Saturday, they'll all pass their evaluation, and we'll have more volunteers in Greenwood County. That is our goal.
Now, a lot of people say, Jim, that the volunteer fire department is something you just have to pay everybody, that having volunteers doesn't really work. I mean, I've heard a lot of that discussion that we need to go with more with paying people, less with volunteers. What do you say about that?
Well, it's like 75% of all the firefighters in this country are volunteer firefighters.
Do you have a problem getting volunteers in today's world?
Some people do, and I think the reason was that 20 years ago there was a waiting list to get on a volunteer fire department, and recruitment and retention was not a big issue. We got plenty; we don't need any more. Well, when these people aged out, and this one retired, and this one got married, and this one found something else to do, and this one had a bunch of kids, and all of a sudden the ranks started dropping. Nobody did anything to recruit
to pump it up.
Firefighters,
right.
Correct. And then the paid career people came in. What's kind of unique, I think, is a lot of our paid and career people that we have in this county went through our recruit program in the volunteer station.
Sure.
So it's kind of ironic and kind of neat how that works. In the last, I guess we started doing these classes 6 years ago on an annual regular schedule. And we found out real quick, if you give people something to do, they'll do it. If you don't, they won't. We struggled for the first couple of years trying to get enough to have a class. And the last 3 years we've had over 20 people in our classes, and those are some of the largest classes in our region.
That's terrific.
So, and we have a lot of good fire chiefs in this county that manage their departments well. Then recruitment and retention is a big part of what they do. And we've grown by leaps and bounds in the county fire service. And we have a small stipend program that's available to us if you want to participate in it as a volunteer. It doesn't pay a lot. We used to say it will pay your gas money. Now it pays at least part of it.
Right.
So, but it's not terrible. But it's people don't do that for the stipend money.
Well, what I find is fascinating, what I think is fascinating is the fact that you're telling me that people still want to do that, because I was under the impression that people didn't want to have to get up in the middle of the night for a fire or an accident or something like that. It seems to me you're telling me that people, yes, they do.
Right, now you have to find the right people, and not everybody. Not everybody's made to be a radio talk show host.
Personality. Yes, that's true.
No, that's not in my wheelhouse.
I don't know.
Not
Jim,
everybody's.
I'm afraid you might take my job. I better be careful here now.
When I retire, yeah.
He does love a microphone.
But some people are politicians,
Right.
But some people aren't.
Right.
Some people are great car mechanics, but they'll never be the president of a multinational company.
Right.
You know what? And that's
the beauty
everybody.
of life, actually. Is
correct.
that we have something for everybody, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you find the right people, some people are not made to be firefighters, and we have some in our department that are never going to be, and they don't want to be. They have no aspirations whatsoever, but they do a very good job at what they do.
Do you have any of them that say, "Don't call me at midnight"?
I've never had anybody tell me that, and
But you know which ones they are.
I would like to think that I could call people at any time of the day or night, and they would at some point answer their phone.
Right.
Because I'm not calling to say hi, and they pretty much know that.
You're not sociable? Is that what you're saying?
And I don't aggravate them, for fun. I mean,
Right.
I tell them, look, don't call me after 9 o'clock, because if you call me after 9 o'clock, I'm gonna call you back at 4:45 in the morning when I get up. Now,
But
if it's important,
Yeah.
feel free to call me, but don't call me. I was just checking, see what you're doing. How'd you like them hot dogs? I don't care.
Don't bother.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got an excellent group at Hodges. I cannot thank our members enough. I mean, even these festivals, I tell them all the time, I can organize it all day long, but when it comes festival time, if they're not committed and giving me 100%, this thing does not go off, because I'm a one-man show, and like I say, we depend on them. So, and I don't think there's anyone in our department I know of that would say no. I really don't.
I think that's terrific. I just, I think sometimes those are the words, that's what's put out there, that you can't find volunteers. And what you're telling me is it's just like anything. If you look hard enough, you will find them, and you'll find committed people. But I also think it has to do with the community.
Absolutely.
Because a small community is probably going to be more willing to do for their neighbors than maybe a community where you don't know the people, right?
Correct. So you get, there's all the time I called a guy up the other day, we were just talking, and he's like, man, I really appreciate what you and Tami are doing at the fire department. And it's like, and I told him the whole story. It's like, Bo, it's not me and Tami. We may be the ones that you see all the time, but there's a whole bunch of people in the background that make this thing work.
Amen.
But we get a ton of community support. People will just drive by, hey, we appreciate what you're doing.
And just drop off donations.
Yes.
That means the world, doesn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. A thank you goes a long way.
Yeah, we've forgotten about that a lot in society.
We have.
Yes, we
and
have.
I think maybe we're actually getting back to it. We have some Erskine College kids that live that are renting a house across the street from us. Well, I think 2 or 3 of them are going to come join the fire department. 2 of them are already certified firefighters.
Wow.
So, and they're absolutely across the street.
Yeah, maybe there's hope. Well, we've had Adam Wilson. Do you know Adam?
Absolutely.
Okay. He says, hello, guys. Thank you for your service. Then he goes, he will never retire too good. He's too good at what he does. And number 3, don't call me at midnight.
Yeah. Oh, Nugget.
Oh, Nugget?
Yep, he's one of our firefighters. His wife is actually our captain.
Wow.
And he's actually our president.
Wow.
So we have a president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, chief of fire, chief, assistant chief. We have, that's part of our board. So he's one of our board members, actually.
So you give everybody a title so they'll all show up, right?
Along with that title comes responsibility.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
I just thought, we give out titles.
That's right.
I'll tell you a real quick story. When Jeff was in the military, they sent him to Ethiopia. And they wanted him to be able to organize an army over there, to be able to call up troops to help in case of an emergency. Well, Jeff was having a heck of a time. And finally he was in Italy for a weekend of R&R, and he saw all these saber swords and the nice velvet and everything, and he goes, I'll buy a bunch of those. So we bought a bunch of those and the epaulets, called up his troops, got them all to show up, gave out the epaulets and the swords and everything. All right, so he's doing great. I gotta, this is so funny. He's doing great. They're always showing up when he needs them. I think he brought them ice cream back to the desert, and in Ethiopia. I mean, he went all out trying to get these guys organized. Okay, so now the general, the colonel, whatever came, said, Jeff, can you get your troops out of here? Jeff goes, sure. From across the desert comes all these people out, and they line up with their epaulets and their swords and everything. The general says, Eller, you're out of here. You did too good a job.
That's awesome.
But that's sometimes what can happen. But you never know. My point to the story was you never know what's going to motivate someone to do the job.
Well, and we do now. We have through our 1% money, which is 1% of all the insurance that's paid in the county and in our fire district. We get 1% of all the insurance paid, and we can use that for training, and we use it for audiovisual stuff and training equipment. And we actually do what we call a 5th Tuesday dinner. So every 3 months, you have 5 Tuesdays in a month. That's how you end up with 26 weeks in a year. So part of that money goes for a 5th Tuesday dinner. Station votes. What are we going to have? Sometimes we've had hamburgers. Sometimes we had wings last time, ordered 200-something wings. We've had steak and shrimp. We've had, you name it, we can buy it with that money and share it. Well, about 2 years ago, it was like, we have training meetings at 6:30, so it's hard to get home, get off work at 5, get home, fix supper, and be here by 6:30. So we're just going to start doing small little suppers on Tuesday night. So, look, y'all need to sign up, and I'll be first. Sometimes we have spaghetti. Sometimes we have sandwiches. Sometimes we have, last night we had
chicken and
rice
and chicken salad.
And people just sign up and cook. And it's normally it's just enough for, 25 people that get there.
Just a small group, 25
oh,
people,
yeah. But when you do and you sit down and you eat with somebody, you get to know people. You get to know people. And you don't know how many times we've had members, we'll be talking about something, they'll be like, look, I just want to tell y'all, I really appreciate what you have done for me as a member. And you don't even know it.
Right.
But just the way we hang out and the way that y'all interact with me and got me through this situation. It might have been a death in the family or some kind of a personal problem or whatever.
It's caring
and
about
y'all
each
just
other.
Yes, absolutely it is. And we're trying to bring it back. So, and I think we're doing a pretty good job. We have other stations in the county that are doing something very similar to that. So, but it's going back and eating across the supper table, and that's how you end up with a cohesive group.
Yes, and Alan said the food is good on Tuesday night also.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's always good. You never know what you're going to get.
No, you never know.
Give me a soup
nobody
night,
tells
chili
you.
night.
Yeah.
It just, like I say, we put a sign-up sheet, and everyone, we just, it really, no one is forced to do it. But it seems like we just kind of circle through the list and, just keep going. So, like I say, it's always something different.
And you
We
probably,
enjoy it.
you have people that maybe cook, 2 or 3 times a year?
Yeah.
It's nothing huge.
And sometimes if there's something else going on, we might order pizza or something.
Oh, yeah.
If there's an
be
off-site
quick.
training
Oh,
where it's hard for, a volunteer to try to do something, we typically do go back to the station to, check trucks back in and all that good stuff. But sometimes we just, order pizza. So, but every Tuesday
Sounds like
night
we
you can
could
rest
have
on
a
there
series.
something.
The Volunteer Hodges Fire Department, how they work.
on A&E.
Yeah, right.
Or whatever.
Yeah, there you go. I like it. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
it. Well, I
But
think
building
that's good.
that, that family and that camaraderie, I think, is one of the reasons why, like I say, if someone needs to go on a call at midnight, I don't think we would ever hear a no. I mean, it's just like a family. We actually had 2 members in the station. One, it was his father. One was his grandfather that we actually lost last week. Or actually, he passed away on Easter Sunday.
Yep.
And so, when they hurt, we hurt,
You're there. You're part of it.
That's right.
I think that's so important. Well, now you're raising money. This festival is a fundraiser. It's not just out of the goodness of your hearts, is it? It is
Correct.
to raise funds.
Ultimately, yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, it's to have fun, and who doesn't like to have fun, but also be doing something for a good purpose? So, Jim, what will you be raising? What are the funds going to be for?
So we're going to take, we try to do, the festival is a 2-edged sword with the velvet thing and the epaulets and all that.
Yeah.
So, we try to do the 2 birds with 1 stone thing, but the end of last year and this year, we're raising money for a station generator. So, if you remember September, I think 26th or so of 2024, when Hurricane Helene decided to visit our county and was so gracious to knock everybody's power out, we found out real quick that we need a generator.
Right.
So, and a lot of and Greenwood County in general found out they need generators.
Absolutely.
So, and since the fire department is the hub of pretty much Hodges, that's what we're going to raise money for, so that we do have power, and so we can charge. I mean, it is essential that we have phone communication. It's essential that we can charge radios and have radio communication. It's essential that we have different things that take power.
Absolutely.
To be able to operate in an emergency, especially in a large one like that.
So how much will a generator cost, just out of curiosity?
We're going to be in about the $50,000 range.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So,
yep.
Are you almost there?
We're getting there.
You're getting
We're
there?
not almost there, but we're getting there. Yes, ma'am, we are.
I guess my question
It's a little bit at a time.
A little bit at a time.
Yep.
So, but how long do you think it's going to take to raise it?
I'm hoping by December, we're done.
Yeah, well, that's great.
Yep.
That's great.
We get this, and we get the the fall festival, the Lights on Main, which will be the 25th anniversary, and I think we'll be really close.
That is terrific. That is terrific. Are you getting any help, grants or anything? Are you doing anything with grants? So
we've looked into several different grants, and we will be getting a couple of smaller grants to help us with this.
Right.
So that's going to definitely be a big help.
Right.
But a lot of it is community support. And when you build the relationships with your community absolutely will step up and help you.
Well, I think your community would step up and help you because they've
Absolutely.
all been through the experience of having no power and how devastating that was.
Well, and you look at even when we responded to all those I guess it happened on a Thursday night into Friday morning, we had farmers and people that we knew with tractors that would ride by and say, hey, man, when y'all coming to my road, because my tractor's ready and I'll do whatever you need me to do. Well, we're down here on this road now, and we're going to be circling around to your road. I'll meet you down there where you at now.
That's terrific.
So, and equipment at that point was in dire need and short supply. So, yeah, we definitely had people that, hey, whatever you need, let me know. And if I'm not around, the key's in it, go use it, whatever it is you need.
That's the advantages of a small community. And I think in today's world, we don't realize how important that was and how important it is. That we have lost so much of that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, when you think about here in Greenwood, the people that used to feel comfortable sitting out on their porches and watching the kids and making sure that everything was right, and how so many people have retreated to their interior and aren't out there. So these things make a difference in a community, and I'm glad to see that that's happening in Hodges. So now, how do you raise funds for this, though, Tami? How do you raise funds?
Well, the vendor spots, craft vendors and the food trucks, they pay a fee, a registration fee. So that's part of the funds, coming in. Corporate sponsorships, those are definitely a plus. Now, granted, some of those monies, they go towards things of this sort. But then some of those monies are actually used to fund certain things that we need during the festival.
Sure.
And
you have raffles too, don't you?
Exactly, and we've got raffle prizes. There's different ways.
What's the best raffle prize?
I just picked up a 4-ticket pass with a hat and some other swag from the Greenville Drive today when I was at work in Greenville today.
Wow.
We've got 4 tickets to the Riverbank Zoo. Skateaway is always great to give passes. We have the
AutoZone.
Augusta, well, yeah, AutoZone donated a car wash
bucket. Yep.
Augusta, what's it called? Is it Augusta Green Jackets? I think it is. There's tickets for that.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of some other bigger stuff. Publix donated 4 $25 gift cards. That's the first. Well, actually, this is the second year, but Publix stepped it up this year.
Right.
Yep.
Well, that's great.
So,
and
it's
I suppose you put together, in the past, haven't you done like some baskets of stuff, put some stuff together?
Yes.
Yeah. So now where do people buy, if somebody hasn't been there before and doesn't know the procedure, how do they find where to buy the tickets for this?
Most of the raffle prizes, they'll be located at the red HCFD tent that you'll see pretty much right out front of the station. You can buy raffle tickets there. In the afternoons, we have volunteers that run through the crowd trying to sell raffle tickets. And then there's raffles throughout the day. So tons of gift certificates, that sort. But yeah, the red HCFD tent, or there will be high-vis yellow shirts running around on Friday.
Yes,
there will
I got one of these. Is this the shirt that we
that's
got here?
the high-vis that you will see on Friday.
Oh, well, I'd have to put it on my camera. So here.
Yeah, on
Let's
Friday.
put it on my camera here. There you go. All right. Oh,
There
look
you
at that.
go.
This is
With
the
the
back
cool
of it.
back print.
Yeah, that is cool.
With
That
our
is
tanker
very
there.
Cool. Yep.
And then on Saturday, you'll see pink and orange shirts running around. So
What's the pink and orange ones?
it's the exact same thing. I have the orange sweatshirt
Oh,
on right
okay.
now, but it has
Okay.
the same thing on the back. So,
Oh.
but you'll see those shirts running around. It's, our volunteers are out there circling through the crowd, so you can grab anyone, ask where are the porta potties, where are raffle tickets, what's the schedule, anything like that. If they don't know, they know where the information is. There is a listing at the HCFD tent. So if everything else fails, just go to the red HCFD tent.
All right. Well, that's some of the things that are going on. But, we really have to say something about the fact you guys really contributed. And, I mean, this goes to the spirit of your group on the county food drive.
Yes,
You
we
were
did.
out there really making a difference. I expected to see a fire truck coming in with all this stuff loaded on it.
We may work that next year.
Yeah, next year,
Yeah.
yeah. Because you guys, you really could have had a food drive all on your own because you were doing so much there.
It's just something that we've gotten behind the last couple of years, and all of our members just seem to get enthused about it as well, and we just start collecting donations, and it's
Because we actually spent the weekend of the ice storm that came in on Sunday,
right.
Saturday night and Sunday. We already had pre-scheduled with Food Line.
Food Lion.
And Food Line, it's a little different. You have to go through their corporate structure and all that, and it's fine. And when they give you a date, that's the date.
That's your date. You use it or
Budget,
lose it.
yeah.
So Northwest Volunteer Fire Department came over there as well, and so we collected food together with their station. That's actually in their fire district. And then 2 weeks later, we went
Valentine's.
was
is when
Valentine's.
we went to KJ.
Went to KJ's over on 72-221 with the Cornaca Fire Department.
And I don't
and
think you
got
guys
a
are
ton
shy
of food.
either about collecting, are you?
Oh, no.
Well, ask
no.
Theo Lane. He knows I will ask for money.
Yep.
I'm not scared.
I forget the poundage.
Oh, it's like
That we had.
24,000.
I think we had about 25%.
Yeah,
Of
you,
the
you
entire
guys have done
county.
a lot,
We-
yeah.
Over the
And
goal.
we collected money, and then if you didn't want to give us canned food and you wanted to give us $10, $20, $5,
and bought
$2,
food,
we
yeah.
went and bought food.
Right.
To the point at KJ's, every time we were finished, they'd go take the last $25 in. They'd come back out, and there'd be about 25 more that somebody just rode by and gave you. Until Brandon finally said, "Look, they're out of canned food. We can't buy any more."
And one of our guys went back or came out and he said, wait, there's someone in there that wants to steal. Just give me another $20. He goes back in there and the lady ends up giving him $100.
Oh, yeah.
And
Wow.
then that's when he said, but there's no more canned goods to buy.
Yeah, we can't buy any more canned food.
You cleaned out the canned
That's
goods?
right.
Right.
That is
But
pretty
that's
cool.
also the community
right.
supporting through the fire service, supporting their community. I mean,
Right.
the food bank, and
United Ministries.
United
Soup
Ministries,
Kitchen.
Right.
that's who benefited from
The
that.
soup kitchen, yep.
So it's food's expensive, but people's stomachs still
Get filled.
have to have food. So, and it doesn't matter what situation you're in or how you got there. When you're hungry, you're hungry.
Right.
So, and the good Lord says, if they're hungry, you better feed them.
Right. Well, I just think that y'all were, it was all over Facebook all the time. Of course, we know you have the advantage of the super super social media person there that does a great job. Tammy, you do an awesome job. Awesome
Thank
job.
you.
Yeah.
I'm sure people get tired of seeing my post, but
Oh, no,
I'm
it's
going to
fun.
post it. I'm
Yeah.
going to push it all I can push it.
That's right. So your event is, believe it or not, an hour has gone by.
Wow.
Wow. So let's
I was
wind
wondering
it
why
up,
I was
baby.
hungry.
Yeah. Let's wind it up. Tell the folks it's next weekend. Tammy, you want to give us, yes?
April 24th and 25th with a bonus day on the front end and a bonus day on the back end. So carnival rides, like I say, all 4 days, April 23rd through the 26th. That's Thursday through Sunday.
But Thursday, it's only from...
Thursday is 5 to 10. Friday, 5 to 10. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, 1 to 6.
1 to 6.
So
if you can't make it one day, you certainly out of 4 days ought to be able to get
Absolutely.
over there and have some family fun.
that's right.
Music, who have you got for people for music now?
Friday night is Luke Smith, and then Kyle Anton with the Stormfront Band. Then on Saturday, we've got Jack Roper and the Weatherman Band, Jamie Ellis, Bobby Power, and Odyssey Band and Show. So a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of variety for all ages.
And then don't forget about the Frenzy in the Gazebo Zone, right?
Absolutely.
Starting the day.
Bring the kids out Saturday morning from 11 to 1. They can, and the foam that gets all over them, it will dissipate. We do take a truck up there and spray them off with a hose if they want to get soaking wet. So, to get the sticky suds off of them.
Yeah,
but
so parents bring a towel would be very appreciative.
towels
Towels are
would be.
good. Towels are
Absolutely,
good.
Yes.
absolutely.
But it's a good time.
It is
So
a good
We're
time.
excited.
Now, Fun Factory is one of your big sponsors,
They are.
right?
They're our
Yes.
stage sponsor.
Okay.
So they've been doing that for the past couple of years now. So
And any other sponsors that you'd like to mention while we have a couple of seconds here?
Well, of course, Greenwood County in the town of Hodges. This would not be possible without them. You've got the corporate corridor along 25 there with
From EA Swain, Caterpillar, Bliss Funeral Home, Carter Collision, Duke Energy, Upstate Local Waste, who are our local trash people up there.
Right.
Hunter's Headquarters, always they've been a sponsor for probably 5 or 6 years.
David Protz. They do our event insurance. They're
BHC
always
Trucking, the Spa on Maxwell. Of course, I pay Janie back every year for what she
yeah.
gives us. Yeah.
Bajeros.
Yep,
Gina over at
Bajeros.
Bajeros.
Simrise, the dog food plant, Top Line Retrievers, Hodges One Stop, the old Godfrey's, which everybody still calls it Godfrey's. It will never not be Godfrey's, I don't guess.
Right.
John McCravey and Billy Garrett as well. They sponsor us. So
But
we
one
have
of our most important is WCRS with Ann Eller.
Oh, there you go.
Yes,
there you
yes.
go.
you're getting some of your H-tax money back.
There you go. There you go. Well, anyways, it's going to be a fun time. Put it on the calendar. Make sure you get out and see this. There's got to be some time when you'd love to go out there and spend a little time at an old-time fashion festival, right, Jim?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have a ball doing it, and you'll get to meet a whole lot of people and probably see neighbors and friends that you may not have seen all year.
That's
So
right.
you'll get to catch up a little bit.
Come
And
shop,
enjoy
sit
food.
back, relax, eat.
Entertainment, rides, watch grandkids, whatever it is you want.
That's right.
And we're there if you need us for anything.
That's right. So come on out next weekend. You'll be glad you did. Maybe take a chair with you. Might
Absolutely.
be good to take a chair so you can really kick back, or at least a blanket if you want to sit on the ground. But there'll be kids running around doing
Oh, yeah.
stuff. And, it's a very safe environment.
Absolutely it is. And we do have the Greenwood County Sheriff's Office. We'll have deputies up there as well.
And we will cover all 4 days with that, too.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
So I
good.
actually saw the sheriff. Well, saw you last weekend at the Jeep Jam.
Right? Yep.
And the sheriff
Dennis
and
Kelly.
Major Ware and all of them were out there, and part of some of our deputies that are going to be there with us this weekend. So that's another part of just getting to know your community and interacting with other agencies, because we're going to work with the sheriff's office on a semi-regular basis.
Sure.
They're going to work with us when they have missing persons. So we get along, and we get along well.
It's just like when they were doing the national anthem out at the Jeep Jam. Womack, they had a flag over on the CNC trailer or something, and it ended up
Displacing.
Yeah. So And when they finished, so they didn't have the flag. And so when they finished, I immediately went over to Womack and I said, "Can we please have a fire truck here next year with a big old flag?"
I like
He
it.
was like, "You know what? I was just thinking about that." But it's, you connect and you just build relationships. And so we participate in the Jeep Jam. Yeah, great. It's for a good cause.
Absolutely.
I put
Raised
my Jeep
over
in it.
$21,000.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And I think they raised $60-something thousand last year just the sheriff's office.
Right.
So that is unbelievable and tremendous.
It is.
So, yeah.
That just goes
There's a lot of
back.
good people in this county that are doing a lot of good things.
Yeah.
Yeah, there certainly are. Well, it's been great having you here today. Anything else? Well, Tami, if you got anything else you'd like to say?
I think we're good. Just come out.
Okay. Now let me ask Jim. Make it short, Jim.
Can you bring Penny in her chair? I would love to see Penny in her chair. Just bring Penny's chair with you, and we'll get you front row seats.
All right. Well, we might have to do it, right, Penny? You want to go to the Hodges Festival? I think that'd be really nice, Mom. Okay,
Yes,
we'll
Mom.
go. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. I am Ann Eller. I've been here with Tami and Jim Baber, and it is always a good time having them in studio. I think you always learn a lot. And Adam, thanks for tuning in right there on Facebook. He's got 5 or 6 comments, which we really appreciate there. Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, absolutely. And everybody get together and come out to Hodges next week. Penny, are you going to be back in the morning? Well, I guess I'll have to. There you go. All right. Well, we will have a good time, so tune in tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, FYI, Chick-fil-A opens, and don't forget to see the video of me making an ice cream cone. I actually had a job offer after that making of the ice cream cone, so there you go.
At
Anyways,
Chick-fil-A?
At Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they wanted you to go somewhere else to work or if they wanted you to stay there. I didn't
No,
know.
I haven't heard from Dairy Queen. But Chick-fil-A told me to show up tomorrow morning and be there. Yeah, there
They're
you go.
going to need all the help they can get,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure,
right,
tomorrow
that's
morning.
right.
Absolutely.
So anyways, the new Chick-fil-A is really special. They've done a fabulous job. That's going to do it for us. I'll be back in the morning. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you.
All right, let's take it away. Let's cue the music and there we go. Bye-bye, everybody.